CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, the Chicken's here bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we crushed it today. We got a huge win streak. We got up to, I think this was about as high as we got. It was 23 and a bit. But yeah, we got a massive win streak. It was over, I think it was like 10 or 11 in a row at one point. So, yeah, like we were saying, you know, we stuck true to the plan, and everything definitely paid off. So, we went to 6ER. And by the time we were at 6ER, you know, I've said it a few times, but by the time we were at 6ER, we had all the defenses and stuff, so that put us at a bit of an advantage. So I think that's going to be my plan, you know, for the rest of the season too. You know, we still have a week left, week and a day, so yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So I got a new base set up here. At 6ERs, what you want to be doing on defense is you want to be very spread out, right? It's a very large base. It's almost the entire warship. So you want to waste as much of their time as possible is the idea. Now, on this base, on defense, I see times anywhere from 2 minutes to 3 minutes. I've only been hit by Seekers a handful of times. Every single time they fizzled out. So I think it's a pretty good anti-Seeker base. It's just, you know, it's expensive to use Seekers. That's kind of the downfall of them at the moment is, you know, you need a lot of GB to make them work. You need a lot of shocks. That's why you spread everything out. If you just do a clustered base, it's not going to work. They're going to get ripped apart by the Seekers. So, yeah. On offense, essentially all that we're doing is I put 2 heavy choppers, 3 bombers, brick on this side, 1 heavy chopper, and then 2 melon bombers on this side. All melon bombers, obviously, and then just let them free clear. The most important thing, the entire attack essentially comes down to how you can land on the right. Let's go over my last decent attack here. 260. This was actually a super lucky hit. So this one was very tricky. I don't like this base. I might actually switch my layout to something like this where it's got more mortars on the right-hand side. But this is very tricky because you'll see right here the mortar's range is going to be basically right where the bombers step up. So what we might have to start doing is the Japanese flare drop. Maybe we'll cover that in the next one, but in the next attack. So kind of a way around those mortars. But I feel like the entire attack is kind of determined within the first couple of minutes. As long as your bombers survive the landing of wherever they're at and they're not getting clipped by rocket launchers like I was here on the right, or mortars from, you know, dead on straight ahead on the landing. As long as they're not getting hit by those, then you know, from there on out, it's pretty easy. I mean, you use critters to clear mines. You shock prototypes if you need to, and then you just free clear and try to get as many battle orders as you can to help speed up that time. So that's the idea at 6 engines. So let's see if we can push up to 24, 25, and then legendary. That's the plan, guys. We're sticking to it. Now, next chest. Oh, also, what we want to do next is we want to get to building health as quickly as possible. That's our next effective tech. So we have to go through the multi-node, unfortunately, to get that. I might go with mortars, honestly, at this point. They've been so, you know, such a key aspect, it seems. But mortars, boom cannon, one of the two. And then building health, max that out. That's going to be huge because a lot of these guys that I was facing, as soon as I went to 6ER, did not have 100% building health. So we're going to go building health, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. Probably boom mines, and then yeah, it's either tanks or scorchers. Tanks are 36, scorchers are 38. So we'll go boom mines, tanks, 70R. Might skip seekers altogether, and then just go from there. But yeah, let's get into enough jibber jabber, enough flabber gabber. Let's get into some attacks here. So this is the same base basically that we just saw. So I'm gonna try something different here. You know, usually when you go on like a really big win streak, that means it's time to switch things up. So let's go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and like that, and then we'll go 1, 2, like this. Oh, I threw brick on the wrong side. Okay, but that's a little bit better. So now we got them standing back. I like that more. Okay, so we're gonna use battlers here on the bottom. Obviously, you're supposed to put brick with more of the bombers. That was a bit of a mistake on Chicken's part, but that's okay. Let's go like this over here. We're getting pelted by that rocket launcher on the left, or sorry, on the right. I'm gonna let those guys go. It's gonna cost me too much to keep them alive. We lost brick on the left. Whoo, man, everything went wrong here. Okay. Well, now we've lost because we lost brick, and we also lost our bombers on the right side. So we're at a pretty massive disadvantage. I'm not even sure what we need to spend our extra GBE on at this point because we have so much of it, and there's nothing we can really do here. Okay, so let's go. Let's try to make the most of this chicken. Let's go. Let's shock the shock launcher. Let's take out this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5 artillery at max level to take out a max rocket. 5 artillery. There we go. That guy's down. Let's go over here with some critters. Take out a shock miner too if we can. And okay, so we're gonna make our way up through this. Now at this point, all we can really hope for is that our opponent screwed up more than we did, which does happen. You know, I've seen a lot of fizzles on the base, but let's just get through this one. Okay, here we go. We're going to shock there. But you see what I mean? We'd be pretty much done if we still had our troops moving on the right-hand side, which is basically all that we were doing today. Yeah, okay, so we're going to lose this one. But, you know, that's what happens when we start to record. It all falls apart. But that's okay for right now, I guess. All right, bombers, Melineers, get through here. We're going to take this out, and then... Yeah, if you don't have brick, it takes so long. I mean, you know, I think we got 1 battle orders off, so it was essentially nothing. But we'll do a little. This is my worst attack all day, by far. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We've come to expect this. You know, come to expect. That's why I showed you guys the replay of the first one. This one doesn't count. That was just a primer. That was just a warm up. Let's get into another one here. We'll try to do the drop properly, and. Alright, this looks a little bit different, so let's go, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, brick, 1, 2, and let's go shock over here. I didn't do the correct landing again, but I think it might work for this base. Let's see what, oh my god, I lost brick again, dude, are you kidding me? Ah, God. Alright, so this is not what we were doing today. This is not what we were doing today. This is not what was happening. Whatever. Okay, let's try to make it through. But, you know, if you lose brick, that's what I mean. Like, if you screw up the landing like I did in the last 2 attacks now, then the attack's over, essentially. Now, this guy is going with Seeker, so we might have a chance. He could fizzle out. Every other Seeker hit that we went against today did fizzle out, so I can tell that he's using Seekers, obviously, because he went through 4 engines really, really quickly. But let's see what happens here. I got nobody on the right. Oh, my God. Alright, whatever. Let's try to make the most of this chicken. Now, he might be doing a split Seeker and melon hit. That's sometimes what people use. They'll go heavy chopper, Seeker, and then melons. I'm not even going to bother trying to shock there. It's going to be too late. And we're just going to rush through this here on the left. And let's just shock right here, I guess. Now, I want to save my GBE now for a massive artillery spam at the end. Okay, guys, I need you to hit the doom cannon. I don't know, he does have bombers left. Okay. And, yeah. It's going to be too little, too late on this one, I think. But, you know, don't give up. Because I do see a lot of guys fizzle on this base. He's still attacking, so maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance. Hey, look at this! Look at this. We're able to pull it off. So that's what I mean. Every Seeker hit we've been able to defend against. Whew! That was lucky. So if we can just pull our head out of our rear end here and get some attacks, and get one decent attack here before we sign off, then, you know, we'll be able to kind of go over this a little bit better, but it is what it is. Okay, now we got a 70R base. I did beat 170R this morning, so it's not out of the question, but here's basically what I do is I go 1 heavy chopper down here, and I go 2 up here, and then we go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 brick. How do we want to do this chicken? Let's flare up like this, and let's take this mortar down really quickly. And then we'll shock these mortars here. Try to keep the bombers out of the range of everyone else. And let's just go. So that flare trick is it's key for bases like this because those mortars are so deadly. Because it's even worse than losing brick. If you lose half your bombers right off the blast, right off the cuff, you essentially have zero chance because you have to have the bombers. Now how many bombers do we have to go on the right side? Not a lot, eh? So I'm gonna keep this boom cannon down because I need those stupid heavies. Now the problem I had on my last 70R was, you see how the troops are really dumb around the corners, and they always hug those walls too tight. I actually didn't, and it looks like it's gonna happen again. I didn't have any trail off to the left, even though technically, like they should have targeted the flamethrower before some of that stuff. But yeah, what actually happened was I finished the whole base, and then I had 2 battle orders left. I had so much GBE, so I'll try to do the same thing here, I guess. I had 2 battle orders left with like 100 GBE, and we finished these 2 engines, and then we sprinted back down this other side. I don't know how much we'll get here, but it's gonna be close. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be the exact same thing. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull it off, but it's gonna be the same thing. So we're going to go battle orders, and then battle orders. I'm just going to throw 2 artillery on there just to Hail Mary. He does have that shock launcher, which makes things a little trickier, but 2 minutes and 7 seconds. He's still got 2 engines left, so I don't know when he started, but let's see. 210. We're going to pull it off again, guys. Wow. So that's the benefit, right? That's the benefit of taking things slow and getting your defenses built up. You don't have to be the greatest attacker in the world, you just got to hang in there. And that's the plan. That's the moral of the story, guys, of today. Is just hang in there. Because things were looking pretty bleak. But we actually won 2 out of 3 of those hits. 2 out of 3 of those hits. And really, really poor attacks. Really poor attacks. But we made the right tech tree choices. Tech tree is everything in Warships, right? Oh, man, he hit that shock mine at the end. That is just extra satisfying. Shout out to Narcon. That's painful. But great for us. Great for us. Wow. We'll take that. We kind of ended up back where we were. Actually, we gained a little bit, technically. So, or no, where were we at 34? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, there it is, guys. There's 6 ERs. There's our win streak for today. That's what we did, and kind of greased it out. But let me know what you think of that down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.